What is going on, everyone? This is Josh from PassionToPaychecks.com, and in this video we're going to be doing an updated version of the last video I made, which was trying to find niche relevant expired domains for your private blog network. So I made a couple videos about 6 months ago that explained the process that I was using at that time to find expired domains for my private blog network. Since then I've found a more effective and efficient way to go about doing this process. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, is just the more streamlined process that I have developed for myself and that I currently use to find all of my expired domains for my private blog network. So this is actually the exact process that I use to this day for finding expired domains for my private blog network. So if for example, if I was going to start a new niche site, what I would do is this exact process to find niche relevant expired domains for that new money site. So you're getting up to the date and current way that I go about this, and it's actually a really quick and efficient way to find a lot of high-powered expired domains. So let's get right into it, and let's not waste any time. And this video is going to be, I'm hoping to keep it under half an hour, but there's a lot to go over, a lot to explain, so hopefully it doesn't take too long, but nonetheless, let's just hop right in. First thing we're going to talk about is the tools needed. You can see the basic list right here is Xenu, the bulk domain checker, which is basically checks for if it's available to be registered or not. Majestic SEO, MozBar, which is a Google Chrome extension, Excel or any spreadsheet, Google, Ubersuggest, and optional. This is the bulk page authority, domain authority checker is optional if you do not want to use or pay for the Majestic SEO. I personally love Majestic. I would gladly pay $80 each month for it. I use it almost every single day to find domains, niche research, check on any new links, everything like that. I really love Majestic SEO and I highly suggest it. But a lot of people don't have that kind of money to spend each month on something like that. But for those of you that don't have it, an optional one is the bulk page authority, domain authority checker that I will talk about a little bit later. So those are the basic tools you need, and this is basically the process that I use in a simplified version. First thing we want to do is find as many niche relevant sites with a ton of outbound links as possible. Throw all those sites into a text file. Put that text file through Xenu, let it run, and then export that, filter results for only no such host. And then once you have that list, run that list through the domain availability checker. And then once you get done doing that, you'll have a list of unregistered domains that you could go ahead and register right away. But before we do that, we're going to want to run that list through Majestic bulk domain checker, which will get the backlink profile for each one of them, sort it, find the best ones that match your criteria, and then once you have a list of good ones that match your criteria, you're going to register those high quality domains and add them up and set them up as your private blog network. So it's a kind of a simple process, but there's kind of some quirks or certain things that I like to do that give me the best results. So that's what we're going to be explaining in today's video, and I'm going to be going through the exact process of how I actually go about finding these expired domains. So let's get into it and just get right into the exact process that I'm using to this day. So the first thing we're going to do is head on over to Google, and before you search anything or do anything, you're going to go to google.com, go down here to the settings, go to search settings, and then set the result per page right here. Yours is probably going to be on 10. Move it over to 100 so it shows 100 results on one page. That's what we're going to want to do, so we can get as many results on one page as possible. Once you do that, you're good to go. Go back to google.com, and this is where the whole process begins. So before we get into starting anything, I'm going to set up an example for you guys of how I would go about it if I was to find something in a certain niche. So for this example, let's say that I'm starting a new money site in the auto niche or the car niche. I don't have any niche sites, any expired domains, anything like that in the car niche, so I'm going to have to go out, find some niche relevant expired domains within the car niche that I can set up as my own personal PBN for my new money site that is in the car niche. So that's what my example is going to be for this video, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to find niche relevant domains that you guys can register. So the first thing we're going to do is type in a search query into Google. What you're going to want to do is type in something related to cars or automobiles or anything like that. So what I like to do is just type in car shows. What this does is it's going to bring up a lot of relevant pages related to cars, but I like to do car shows because it's something you kind of learn, but you will get the hang of it and what to search for. So basically the first thing in the first quotation marks is going to be your search query that is related to the niche you're in, and your second one is going to be links. I like to use links. Some people like to do resources, sites, websites, anything like that, but what you want this in the second quotations to be is what you want to be found in the URL or title of the search result. So when we search Google for this right here, let's just search really quick. As you guys can see, I've already clicked on a couple of these things. I actually made this video last night. It ended up not recording right, so I had to redo it early today. So that's why I've already clicked on these. But so basically what we're going to do is type in links, and when you type in links, as you guys can see right here, links.html, this means that it's usually just a page full of links. And as you guys can see, it's a page with a bunch of links, outbound links to other car-related websites. This is what we like to see, because a lot of time these websites right here that they're linking out to are sites that are dead or expired, and we can pick up these links that are pointing to the expired domain. So that's why you want to type in things like links or sites or resources, because it'll bring up a lot of pages with links right here, links.html, links.htm, links.html. As you can see, there's just a bunch of websites with a bunch of outbound links, and that's exactly what we want. So once we get this right here, what we're going to want to do is go up here to our MozBar, click that, enable it, and then it's going to work its magic. Once it gets done doing this, it will pop up, and alright, there we go. Once it pops up, you guys can see that page, it shows page authority, domain authority, blah blah blah. We don't really pay attention to that. I just use this for the thing right here where it says export SERP analysis to Excel. You open this up. Once we have this, so right here we have the Excel spreadsheet full of these 100 results of the search engine of Google SERPs right here. So we exported all of these to an Excel document right here. What we're going to do from here, we're going to filter, click on URL, filter it, click on this little down tab, go to text filters, contains, and then in here we're going to want to type in link. So this brings up any, this filters out any URLs right here that don't have link somewhere in the URL. So this will make it so each one of these has link somewhere in the URL, and we like to copy these and paste it over into a text file right here. Save that. Then we're going to head back over to Google and find as many possible results just like this. So with something like, let's go back here really quick. Okay, so once we have all these, like I said, we're going to just paste it right in here, and this text file right here is going to keep all of the links that we're going to run through Xenu. So we're going to want to get as many links as possible in here. So we're going to go back to Google and do another search. And another good thing I like to do is clubs, car clubs, because this oftentimes has a bunch of outbound links to other clubs, car clubs, and car clubs is something that a lot of people will make a site for, use for a couple years, and then end up not renewing the registration for the domain, and it ended up getting expired. So that's why I like to use clubs as well. So what we like to do here is just export this to Excel as well. Go over here, do the same process, come up to filter the URL, text filters, contains, anything that has link somewhere in the URL. Copy all these down, and then we're going to paste them right into this document right here. As you guys can see, there were 72 out of the 100 search results that we had that ended up having links somewhere within the URL. When we have such a high ratio of 70 out of 100, I often like times to go to the second page, because there is usually a lot of good pages on the second page as well. So we'll go to the second page here to see what we got. And guys, I'm pretty sure you guys understand why I like to get websites that have links somewhere in the URL, because let's just take another look at this. The Boston chapter BMW. As you guys can see, look at all these outbound links right here to all these sites. Now a lot of these aren't to any sites that probably are expired, but they're still. But when you find a bunch of sites, let's just see another one. Sunday afternoon car club links. If I could click on it, let's see. I'm trying to find you guys a good example. not that many, but you guys can still see that these pages have a bunch of outbound links to some other websites. So that's why we like to find websites that have links somewhere within the URL. Okay, so let's see. We're going to export this, the second page. There we go. And I accidentally clicked it twice, my bad. I'm going to go here. The same process, guys. URL, filter it, contains link, apply filter, and then we're going to get, as you guys can see, it got 68 right here. 68 out of the 100 have link somewhere contained within the URL. So I'm going to actually go to the third page and see what that brings us, because we're still getting a high ratio of pages with links somewhere within the URL. The same thing, guys. Come up here, let the Moz checker do its work, export it, click on it, open it up in Excel. And guys, this is kind of a tedious process that you just have to do a couple times, get as many links as possible. I'm sure you guys probably already got the process down just from watching me run through it a couple times, but I want to get as many in this text file as possible before we run it through Xenu. So actually, let's just see what was that. So it actually had 75 out of 100 this time, so we could even go page 4, page 5 possibility, but we're going to stop here. Actually, we'll go one more page. One more page. And then I'm going to explain to you guys how to use Ubersuggest to get good search queries for right here. So I'll explain that once I get this over here. Click on URL tab, filter it, text filters, contain link. So it's a pretty simple process, pretty straightforward. Let's see, 72 out of 100 had link somewhere in there. So this is a really good search term. You could even keep going, but that's as far as I'm going to go. Take off that so my Google Chrome isn't slow. But what I like to do for Ubersuggest, so say we're in the car niche. We're going to go over to Ubersuggest and we're going to type in car. Type in this thing, 2, 3, 5, 6, and it's going to suggest a bunch of keywords related to car. So I like to use this to think of good things to search for right here to bring up a lot of car related websites. So instead of car clubs, we can have car toys. Let's see, car talk would probably be a good one. Let's look through here. Car detailing would probably be a good one. Dealership. Car. Let's see. Well, you guys get the idea that we're trying to just find search terms that are related to the car and that could possibly bring up a lot of websites that have a lot of outbound links to other related websites. So car magazine would probably be a good one. Car outlet, car, and we'll just look at one. There's one up here that I found. Car talk. We'll look up car talk. Links we like: car talk. So car talk looks like a website. So this actually has a bunch of links, I'm assuming. Oh, no, actually not really. But another thing that you guys can always do if you're in a good niche is car forum. There's usually a bunch of links out to other forums that are either expired or we could pick up. And we'll actually throw this into the text file really quick, just so we have a good amount of links that the Xenu could run through, and hopefully we can find some good expired domains in this example. Open this up. Open this. Same exact process as always. You guys are probably getting sick and tired of watching me do this, but this will be my last one. So as you guys can see, excuse me, this time we got 51. Right here we got 51 out of 100, so not as good as the other ones, but still quite a bit. Over here, paste it into the scraped URLs, and then that's going to do it for that part. So once we have this, we now have a text file full of a bunch of URLs that end in links. So more than likely, a lot of these pages will have a bunch of outbound links to car-related websites that are hopefully expired that we can pick up. So we'll delete some of these Excel spreadsheets so we don't have so many open. Alright, once we do that, we're going to go over to Xenu right here. You guys can look at my settings that I have for Xenu. You can pause the video, take a look at this, but that's how I run it, and it works out pretty well for me. But to load this text file, scraped URLs into Xenu, we're going to go to, let's go back into File, check URL list, and then find the scraped URL text right here, and it's going to open it up, and it's going to run through all these domains. So we're going to pause the video really quick as they run through all these domains. As you guys can see, it's already at 4,500, 5,500. So you guys can see that it's definitely running through. It has a lot of domains to run through. So I'm going to let it do its thing. Let it do its thing. I can't even talk right now. And then once that gets done, I'll come back, and then we can move on to the next process of running it through to see if they are available to be registered or not. So I'll be back once this gets done, and just hold tight. Okay guys, I'm back, and as you guys can see, it's only gone through 41,000 out of 92,000 URLs. I'm actually going to pause it. I'm actually going to stop this because we don't need this many for me to show you guys how I go about this process. I don't have to wait another 50 minutes for them to run through another 40,000 or 50,000 URLs. So we're going to stop it here. 42,000 URLs process should be plenty enough to find some good domains and show you guys about how I go about this. So once it's done running through all the if you're going to go through it, make sure to run it through until the very end, until it has no more URLs left to go through, because the more URLs it goes through, the better chance you are of finding a good domain, expired domain. So, but in my case, I do not need to do that. So once you get to this point, what you want to do is go up here to File, Export to Tab, or just press Control T. Once you're here, you're going to want to save it as a text file. I like to save it as links to check. Save that text file. Once you're going to do that, go over to the Excel spreadsheet, open up a new one, go up here to Data, From Text, and then you want to go to Links to Check, the same file we just saved it as, open it up in Microsoft Excel, and then just press Enter a bunch of times, and it will import all the data into this Excel spreadsheet. Once we get to this point, what we're going to want to do is go up here to Filter, click this little filter guy, go over here to Status Text, click this drop down, go right here to where it shows all of the possible status text. What you want to do is unselect the Select All button, so it gets rid of all the selections. Scroll down to the No Such Host right here. Select the No Such Host, press OK, and it's going to bring up all of the URLs that have no such hosts, and that we can check to see if they're available to be registered or not. So as you guys can see, they found almost 2,500 out of the 92,000. Obviously, we didn't go through 92,000 URLs. Actually, we found about 2,400 out of the 41,000. So what we're going to do now is scroll down, because we don't need these links, because these are obviously the URLs that we put into the Xenu. So we're going to scroll down until we start seeing actual websites right here. Jag Repair is the first one. And once we get to this point, what we're going to do is scroll all the way down, select all of the URLs. It's gonna take a while. Scroll all the way down here. Once we get to the end, actually we'll leave out these because used cars NI is a bunch. So we'll scroll up, and we'll stop at the next actual website right here. Okay, so we'll copy that, Control C. From here, once we have all of the ones copied, we're gonna go over here to the bulk domain checker. Once we're here, we're going to paste all of those domains into the bulk domain checker over here at the Ninja SEO Tools. So Ninja SEO Tools is a really cool website that has a lot of cool features and a lot of cool tools that can help you make this streamline this process a little bit. So I'll put this website down below in the description or on the article, so you guys can check this website out for yourself. But basically what this bulk domain checker does is it allows you to import a bunch of URLs, and then it will go through and check them all to see if they're available to register or not. And the best thing about this is you can export the results to a text file, so that you can have a full text file of available domains that you can check in Majestic. A lot of other bulk domain checkers. Actually, while I'm talking, we can check the domains. So as I was saying, a lot of other bulk domain checkers that check to see if they are available to register or not either have a limit on how many you can put in there. So as you guys can see, I put in over 2,000 URLs and it's going fine. A lot of them have like a 500 URL limit, and ones that don't have a limit, they don't have the option to that allow you to export the files into export the available domains into another file that you can run through Majestic. So this is really the best tool I've found that allows you to put in as many URLs as you want, and that allows you to export it to another file. So highly suggest Ninja SEO tools, especially for the bulk domain checker. But they also have the bulk page authority checker, which I talked about is the free option instead of Majestic SEO. So if you don't have Majestic SEO, where you can go is Ninja SEO tools, bulk page authority, domain authority checker. Instead of pasting all available expired domains that you can register into the Majestic SEO bulk into the bulk backlink checker, you can come over here to the bulk page authority checker and paste it in here, and it will show you guys all of the page authority and domain authority for all of the domains. You can sort it by the highest to lowest, so you can go right away and find the best domains that you can go out and register. So this is what I would suggest you using if you do not have Majestic SEO or you do not want to buy it. So I'm not going to show you guys how to use this because I don't really like to go by page authority or domain authority or use that since I have Majestic. But if you don't, it's definitely the second best way to go about things. So let's see where this is at. So this is probably going to take a while. It's only at 800, so I'm going to pause the video and I'll come back once this gets done running through all 2,000 of the URLs. And we are back. So it didn't take too long, but I just didn't want to sit there and waste you guys' time while it ran through the domain. So once it says done right here, what we're going to do is click this export button. It's going to export all the available domains. As you guys can see, look at all these available domains that are available to be registered. Once we get here, we're going to save this file. Actually, we don't even need to save it. What we're going to do is copy all of these over to an Excel file to get rid of any duplicates. So what we're going to do is just paste this in here, go to remove duplicates. Okay, no duplicates were found. Alright, so perfect. But what we can see right here is it shows 440 domains that we could go out and register right now. But what we need to do is make sure that they are high quality, high powered, and clean before we go out and register them. So how we do that is we're going to head over to the bulk backlink checker of Majestic SEO. And if you guys are going to know the free route, this is where you would use the bulk page authority and domain authority checker right here. So instead, we're going to go right here to Majestic, and it says you can paste up to 150 URLs. So what we're going to do is go over to right here, and I'm going to select 150. Whoa. How many is that? 100 and... Alright, copy that, bring this over here, paste that in there, and then we're going to check the backlinks. It's going to bring it up. And then from here, what we're going to want to do is sort all these domains by trust flow. Sorry if you guys can hear that. It's my phone going off. I'll turn that off. But okay, so we're going to sort it by trust flow. Now we're going to scroll down and try to find some good domains. So the first one I see right away is English Motors right here. 21 trust flow, 22 citation flow, 8 backlinks, or 8 separate IP addresses. So that's what it's looking really good right here. So what we're going to do, this looks like a good one. We're going to copy this over. We're going to head over to possible domains, paste it as a URL. And what was the trust flow? 21, 22, 21, 22, 8. So now that what we're going to do is just scroll down, keep going down until we and every good that we find, we're going to add it to the possible domains right here, and we grow our list. And so at the end of this, we'll probably have a pretty good looking list. So let's move on to the next one. This looks like a decent one. As you can see, it only has 6 backlinks, but we'll still add it to our list because it's decent. I usually like to have over 10 referring C subnets, but 6 is decent. So what we're going to do is 21, 23, 6. I already forgot it. That's some good memory right there. 21, 23, tab 23, tab 6. Okay, so we already got 2. Let's continue on. 5. Just for this example, I'll copy it over. But from now on, I'm only going to keep the ones that have 19, 19, 5, that have over 10 backlinks, okay? Or 8 to 10 is my absolute minimum. Forum, let's see, 21 backlinks. Lotus Challenge Series.net. As you can see, the trust flow is a little bit low. I like to see it above 15, but 14 is pretty close, so we're gonna keep this. But just by looking at this, see how they have all 14 in this subtopic right here, all 9 in this subtopic, and all 8 in the subtopic. I'm assuming all of these websites right here have the same backlink. I mean, we can, or same strong backlink. We can take a look. Cold Cash Guy to confirm that. See, art, music. It's not even really related to. Actually, it has quite a few different backlinks that are pretty good. But as you can see, they're all the same. See, Dolux, Daters, Liverpica, whatever that is. Dolux, Daters, Liverpica. So all these are the same backlink profile. And when I see something like this, I usually only get the best one out of all of these. So I'm not going to go about this right now because just for the fact that it's not really related to the car niche. So I'm probably going to pass on this for now. Continue on. Route 66 hot rod parts. So that's going to be the end of this one. We're going to go back to the bulk backlink checker, go back to our file, delete those since we already sifted through those. We're going to come down here and we're going to select about 147 more. Come on over to here, paste it in there. Check backlinks. So as you guys can see, we already found 3 decent ones. One really good one, English Motors, 21 trust flow, 22 citation flow, 8 referring IPs. And as you guys can see, it's probably more likely related to the car niche as with the domain name of English Motors. So what I'm going to do here, filter it by the trust flow, and then we're gonna find some good ones. So this only has trust flow 21, but only 4 domains. 16. And you guys, a lot of these are decent domains, all 19 trust flow, 20 trust flow, 21 trust flow, but a lot of them are .ca, which I can't register unless I'm in Canada, or they have low backlinks, not above 10. So that's why I'm scrolling down here pretty quickly and I'm going through a lot of these. 43 .ca, 13 subdomain. Alright, this looks like it's a decent one. 17 domains, or 16 referring IP addresses, 17 trust flow, 24 citation flow, and it says full size Chryslers. We'll just take a look at this to make sure it's not anything spammy. Let's see what it brings up. And it doesn't look like it's going to load. So alright, whatever, that's fine. We'll just copy this over to our list. 17, 24, 16. 17, 24, 16. That's a pretty good looking domain. Exit that. Continue on down. 26, no, .co.uk. Sperry Valve Works right here. 23 domains, 16 trust flows, 26 citation flow. I'm really liking this one, so copy this over to here. And I already forgot what it was. 1626, 1626 citation flow, and the referring is 23. Okay, so that's a really good looking domain right there. Be Calfoot Club 162012. I like that. I'll add that to the possible domain. 162012. Let's keep going. Grand Prix de Tunis. This looks decent. 16 trust flow, 21 citation flow, 10 links, backlinks referring IPs, and I forgot what it was. 1621, 10. Boom. Alright, so you guys, as you can see, just already running through about half of it. We've already found 7 really good domains that we could go out there and register right now for our private blog network. We're going to keep going a little bit. 7, a little bit low. 69. Let's see here. and we'll stop there since we're getting kind of the low trust flow, low teen trust in trust flow. So what we're going to do is go right back to our list of available domains to register. Scroll down here, and we're going to get, unfortunately we can't get the last two because it has a limit of 150, but it's alright. Go back here, get these out of here, check these ones, and I'm just going to run through these really quick because I'm pretty sure you guys get the process of how to spam check domains, make sure they look good. Basically what I want to create this video was to show you guys how to get to this point, how to get this file right here full of domains that are available to be registered, but you have to go through and spam check them. I'm pretty sure you guys know how to spam check them. If not, I can also make another video on that if you would like, but I'm pretty sure you guys know how to do that. So basically what this video was just to show you guys how to get to the point of being able to have a huge list of domains that you can spam check and register if they are good. So let's just see if anything's pop out real quick. This one looks really good. Saab Auto Body Parts Store. Copy that over because it's 20 trust flows, 26 citation flow, and 25 referring to IPs. So that's really good. 20, I think it was. 26. And once again, 20, 26, 25. There we go. We'll head back here. Let's see. San Diego water pumps doesn't really seem like it would be. Oh, I guess water pumps are in cars, so could be decent. 19, 23, 10. 10 links. And we'll just quickly look through to see if we see anything. Wood to shop, 8. 18 trust flow, 24 citation flow, 8 referring IPs. You know what, that's probably pretty good. 8's usually the minimum I like to go on the referring IPs, so it's not bad. It's a pretty good looking domain. 18, 24, 8. And RG Auto Parts. I really like this one actually. RG Auto Parts definitely seem like it's related to the auto niche. 17 trust flow, 25 citation flow, and 17 backlinks. That's pretty good actually. 17, 25. See if anything else pops out. 15. This actually looks pretty good. Dude, Dutch Deschutes Country Mustangs. Come over here. Excuse me. Oops. Alright, there we go. So 1621 recreation autos, shopping vehicles. So this is definitely a good looking domain. Good anchor text. Clean backlink profile. Looks like it has good pages. So this definitely looks like a good site. So 1621.15. Head back over to here. Jaguar Parts Store. Could be decent, only 6 domains though. Powder Barons. This looks like a pretty good one. But I can't seem to. There we go. So it's 1520.15. You know what, turn off cap locks. You know, I'm done doing this because as you guys, it's probably just pretty tedious for me to go through this, and as you guys see it, as I go through the process of this, but you probably get the idea of how I go about this. But like I said earlier, the main thing I want to get across in this video was how to find domains to put in Xenu, get the domains out of Xenu, see if they're available to be registered, and then once you get to that point, you can just spam check them, and then you can register the ones that you like for your private blog network. So another thing to notice is that all of these domains right here, all 13 of them, all have trust flow above 15. A lot of them above in the 20, 21, 19, 17, 16. A lot of high trust flows, decent referring IP number of IPs. Some of them are kind of low. As you guys can see, 16, 23, 25, 17, 15, 15. A pretty good amount of referring IPs on each one of these. So already, just in this one little batch, I found 13 niche relevant expired domains that right now I could go to GoDaddy, register them, set them up as a site in my private blog network, and have 13 highly niche relevant, high-powered expired domains in my private blog network that I could use to rank my money site that is in the auto niche, or the automobile niche. So it's not that hard of a process. It's a pretty simple process. This is actually the exact process that I would go about doing when I go to find new expired domains to register for my private blog network. So I hope this was really helpful, and like I said, guys, it probably was pretty long. I hope it wasn't too long. Hope I didn't bore you guys. Hope I didn't go on any part too long. And I'm sorry if it did go too long, because I know the last video was kind of long. It was over about an hour between the two videos. Hopefully this video is in one video and I won't have to separate the two. But I'm gonna wrap it up because, like I said, I don't want the video to run on too long. There is another way that I go about finding niche relevant expired domains. It's kind of a roundabout way, a little bit way to dig deeper into the niche to find the deeper expired domains that you won't be able to find using this process, that I can also show you guys if you're interested. I might just make that video right after this and post both these videos as one. But this is the process that I use to find all my expired domains. So hopefully you guys found this useful and you can put it to use for your own private blog network. If you have any questions or anything, make sure you leave a comment below. I'll make sure to answer everything you guys have. All the questions you guys have, I'll answer to the best of my ability. So hopefully this was helpful, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching.